you know you're in a LAN at Denmark when there's a sign saying you can't bring guns and knives into the venue. I'm Richard Lewis, reporting for cadred.org, doing one of my video tours. I'm here at the Blast.dk 2012. But before we get into that, I just want to say how great it is that France have elected a socialist president, because man, does your country need to fucking change. Flying here, I got stranded in France for 4 fucking hours because of some strikes, some bullshit industrial action. Then I got put on a plane that looked like the Wright brothers had made it in their fucking shed. It was like, it sat about 16 people. We went up, hit turbulence, was shaking all the way. It was absolute bullshit. Finally got here at like 11 o'clock last night, so pretty much missed the first day of LAN. Thank you, France. The curse of France continues. Fuck you. I'm so sick of it, but whatever. I love you guys, really, especially Very Games. Peace. Right, so let's get down to it. We're going to do a video tour of this event, and I love coming to these Danish events. Even though the Blast is kind of small, it's not considered a big event in terms of where it's placed in the European calendar. But all the Danish people were saying you've got to come to a Blast. They're always well run, they're always good fun. So I decided I'd come out to one, and you know, the Danish scene in CSS is so strong right now. You know, there's a load of good teams. So first thing I want to show you round here is because everyone said how secure and brilliant it is here, and you can see these are the chaps tasked with doing that. But on this computer, everyone who comes to the Blast has to get one of these, and if you're not press or not grotesquely ugly like me, you get a photo taken, and you use that card again and again and again with an individual and unique barcode. If you take anything out of the building, you've got to be scanned. They check what you've got. If you buy food at the bar, you've got to be scanned. It'll tell you whether you're over 18, so you can't buy alcohol illicitly. It's a really good system. And in terms of security, it's probably a little bit fucking overzealous, because the Danes are nice guys, they don't need to steal, they're all pretty affluent anyway. But you know, in terms of just some ideas for other lands where we know thievery has gone on, MK, you know, you've got to think about it long and hard, and maybe implement this kind of system, because it's pretty straightforward. If a LAN of this size can do it, anyone can do it, and I think it would clear up a lot of the shit, just saying. Anyway, because we're at a Danish LAN or any Scandinavian LAN, you've got Ben Q here. I think some of these prizes are actually the stuff that's going to be given away in the final, but it might also double up as a little shop. I'm not too sure. I haven't really looked into it too much. This is the bar area. It's not very exciting, I know. It looks like my dad's barbecue with the garden furniture and shit, but pretty much as is the rigor for every Danish LAN, people are going to sit here and drink a few beers, you know, in between games. Right now, the Steel Series final, which is run by Gaming.dk, which I know we always talk about every event, but seriously, there would be no Danish scene really without Gaming.dk. I don't care what anyone says, you know, I've got respect for the guys that explain, but it's Gaming.dk that fucking break their balls and keep it all going. So row after row of games. I mean, this is the thing as well. I was like, all right, I'll go to a Danish LAN, and people always like saying, oh, I love these tour videos because it shows how cool LAN can be. Not now, because it's just a room of virgins playing Diablo 3. Like, everyone I've been talking to is like, wow, not you virgins, sorry, other virgins. He looked around, I think it upset him. But anyway, you know, everyone I've been talking to has been like, oh, I'm on level 52, who's got level 6? It's like, guys, man, the game's been out like 24 fucking hours or some shit, just take a break. But everyone's doing it. I mean, in between Source, they're playing Diablo 3, and you can see I'm sporting the t-shirt because I was lucky enough to go to the launch and got my copy. I'm only level 17. Hey, how's it going? Fans, great. It's nice to have them. Anyway, as I was saying, Steel Series final is underway right now, and you can see that there's an assembled crowd of people. Look, say they're really enjoying it. It's probably a bit too early to be drunk, and he looks too young to be drinking anyway. But you can see you've got Epsilon here, who I believe just lost the first map at the time of recording this. Quite shocking to the dully named KR Management. I've never heard of a more fucking boring name in esports, like KR Management. It sounds like a company you go to advertise like pens and boring shit like that. But anyway, they're sponsoring Your Name, and they've just took the first map, so I'm expecting Epsilon to come back and we're going to have a 3-map final. On the left, you've got this nice little cozy area in here where lovers can go in between games and fondly kiss. Not you, again, not talking about you, as they turned around, but you know, you can just relax. And here we've got some old school shit. I mean, this is like the kind of shit I grew up with. I remember this is like Outrun. I remember when this actually came out, I used to hammer this. Like, it was this, Rolling Thunder, and sitting in Afterburner. So again, show my age, but then again, the fucking beer gut in the ball patch does that as well. Got some, what the fuck's that? It looks like Bubble Bobble, Puzzle Bobble, and a pinball machine, which is even more fucking old school. I'm not old enough to remember the first pinball machine. Sat here, Worst Speed Gaming, but they've decided to get out of the venue because they had a bit of a shit time early. So normally I'd do a little mini thing with Rugger, but he just can't be arsed with it anymore. We're going to come over. I'm talking about these. Oh, first, check this out. The Steel Series League by Gaming.dk. Last time they gave out these tiny little checks. And we're like, there you go. Like, what's that? What's that? Tiny checks, tiny prizes. Not so this time, right? Like, you can see, look at this shit. They paid for this, man. Look how shiny that is and shit. And you got the big check. I mean, this check, look at it. That's. I mean, I don't know if you can cash that or whatever, but like, seriously, it looks good, man. It's thick. I mean, you know, they could probably not have displayed it next to the fuses, but, you know, needs must as the devil drives. But this is the Gaming.dk tent. As always, I'm set up in here. We've been enjoying some beers already and just chilling out and enjoying the atmosphere. All the Diablo 3 virgins I was talking about earlier, there is the biggest over there. Serious. Like, he is the photographer. I haven't seen him take a single fucking photo yet. In fact, I've been using his camera and he hasn't even noticed because he is entranced with the hypnotic gaze of Diablo 3 and all the mouse 1 action. If you love pressing mouse 1, you will love Diablo 3. But the rest of the Gaming.dk crew are working hard for a change. You can see, there we go, rock on, there's the rock lock. And I think we'll come around because look, it's not very big, but we'll come up here as well, just because there's been a few teams. I know I saw Shark Gaming kind of over there. But again, can't stress it enough, this is a community land. People of all ages are welcome here, which is another reason why the security thing is as important as it is. And a lot of these guys, sorry, I'm just kicking your shit. A lot of these guys, thanks, man. A lot of these guys, you know, have come here just to get out of the house and do what they do when they're in the house, play games, but to do it in a bit more of a social setting. So as you can see, the sign where we started is up there. Hey, how's it going? It's just behind me, so it's not a massive venue, not by any means, but that doesn't mean that it isn't a big land. There's a lot of social activities that come in the evening. I'm told a lot of them revolve around drinking, but basically this is what the Blast is about. It's about the Danish community coming together. Anyway, that concludes the tour. Hope you've enjoyed it as always, and stay tuned to Cabaret.org. We're going to have more videos, more interviews, all the stuff that you're used to, all the stuff that I break my back to do because I'm getting old and I'm getting tired, and I've had about 4 hours kip again because of Bruno snoring. He knows who he is. You can hear him laughing. But yeah, so, you know, just stay tuned to the website. We're going to have some awesome content for you. We're going to be here all weekend. Peace.